My beautiful treatment-free yard. This one actually swarmed in July, so I made this split with a queen cell. You see, it's just all honey. But I'm gonna leave them with a medium box of honey on them. These were splits made in July. Yeah, these two splits. You see, it's all honey. I'll leave that medium box of honey on and pull up medium, so that's all honey. This is all this September. These were splits. So once you stop using chemicals and you get rid of the viruses, it's like a whole new ball game. These bees just, the production is just unbelievable. So you almost have to split them, but it's really no big deal if they swarm. This was a split. It's a good size hive too. These four weren't drawn, so that's why there's no honey on that. But that's all honey. Honey, honey, honey. That's honey. I'll leave that medium box on there. There's bees down there, you just can't see them. This is one of the 3 that survived winter, and this one also swarmed. I made a lot of queen cells with this one. But this started out as a treatment-free yard, but I had the wrong strain of bees. I wasn't running the Latshaws here. So I had to treat them last year because it got so bad. Well, the 3 that survived were Latshaws. They're Canolians. But they haven't been treated this year at all. There's no drone manipulation, no nothing. Just splitting them a little bit, you know. I guess that helps. And swarming helps. I mean, but I shook these 3 hives, did about a 1,200 bee sample. There wasn't one mite in them the other day. This one was weak coming out of winter. And I believe it was this one that swarmed the other day. Yeah, it was this one. That was the one that was up in that pine tree I went up and got. That's over my house now. But it's all honey. And that's just all from September. That's a nice heavy box of honey. So I got some deeps of honey here. I'm going to pull off the deeps of honey and just leave a medium, and then we're going to give them fondant. But this thing here is what you call an overachiever. This was a split, I believe in June, but it didn't take. I ended up giving it a queen, and I gave it some brood here and there, and man, look at it now. That thing's just a monster. But they'll die back. They'll get smaller once the pollen stops coming in. It's still pretty big though. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to knock everything down, take the queen excluders out, and I'm just going to leave everything with a medium box of honey because this is 8-frame equipment. I'm going to give it a shim. I'm going to give it 4 pounds of fondant and some pound substitute mixed with real honey. So this is just stuff that never got drawn. We'll draw those next year. Total success story in the treatment-free world right here. But you gotta have the right strain too. That helps. Canolians, they've been dealing with mites the longest. That's what Russian bees are, and they're Canolians. And it's just the way they get small in the winter, and they cluster, and they swarm, and a lot of it just has to do with just their basic nature, you know. They're not really VHS bees. But they'll just be a nice little ball, tight cluster. I don't think a mite can survive that, actually. As tight as they cluster, and they get into like this torpor state. You can see how slow they're moving now. They're not quite there yet, but they'll just barely crawl. I don't know if they lower their temperature or what they do, but that one's got a lot of yellow in it. Well, it must have mated with some Italians around the road here. You can see this one's a lot more pure Canolian. It's a lot darker. But even like the F3s and 4s seem to hold pretty good mite resistance. Yeah, there's a lot of pure Canolian bees in there. But we'll breed them back. And we'll get a new breeder next year, so can't use this year's breeder because it'll just I'll be breeding this factory until you can't have them related. You gotta get a new breeder every year, or use like an F2, and then I can breed them back or something maybe. But, yeah, pretty good success story here. There's a lot of bees in this one. You can tell by how much honey they make. They're just down there on the brood. So I gotta shake all these down and figure this all out. It won't take long. Pull the excluders out and then take the honey up there to Barb. She'll have it for sale. There won't be no chemicals in it. No nothing. This pure backyard local honey right here. It's a good knotweed yard. Some of these supers will be knotweed. It's purple, but it's black in the jar. It's really good for like putting on chicken and stuff. It ain't something you'd want to put on like oatmeal, but it's really good to cook with. You can see there's a lot of canoleans in that one too. Tell by the color. But, yeah, that's probably an F2, I imagine, or an F1. Probably an F1 latch on that one. Well, anyway, I guess I better get back to work.